The next question is about lab grown diamonds. Okay, now the first statement here says that the chemical vapor deposition method of producing lab grown diamonds involves the use of graphite under high pressure and temperature. Okay, then the next statement is the global lab grown diamond market is projected to reach 5 billion by 2025 and surpass $15 billion by 2035. Now, what are these lab grown diamonds? Lab grown diamonds, as the name suggests, are diamonds that are grown in the labs. Okay, basically artificial diamonds. These artificial diamonds, they are no different from the ones that occur naturally. The chemical properties, the physical properties, all of these are same. Okay, the only difference is that the natural diamonds, they are produced naturally, while the lab growns are produced artificially. Now this lab grown diamonds, they are produced through various methods, of which there are two famous methods. One is high temperature and high pressure method. Okay, in which one diamond will be created by compressing the carbon atoms, okay, at a very high temperature and very high pressures. As the name suggests, high temperature and high pressure method. While the other is the chemical vapor deposition method. Okay. Now, what is this chemical vapor deposition method? So, in this method, moderate temperatures are used and low pressure is used, and under those conditions, carbon gas is pumped into a vacuum chamber, and a diamond seed, a core basically, to give this a starting line, okay, is kept inside that chamber, around which the carbon gas crystallizes to form the lab grown diamond. Okay, so the first statement here is incorrect, and the second statement is correct, that by 2025 the lab grown diamond market will reach 5 billion US dollars, while by 2035 it would have reached 15 billion US dollars. Okay, so here answer will be option B. Now the next question is about red panda. Okay, so the first statement here says that it is primarily a carnivorous species that lives in high altitude forests, and the IUCN status of this animal is vulnerable. Now, the first statement here is incorrect, because red pandas, they are herbivorous animals. Okay, they eat only vegetarian food. And the second statement here is actually correct. So answer will be option B. Okay, now initially the red pandas, they were kept as critically endangered. Okay, then okay, sorry, statement 2 is incorrect, so this is incorrect, and statement 2 is also incorrect. They are actually endangered. Okay, so here answer will be option D. Okay, so they were earlier kept as critically endangered, but shifted into endangered category, and they are also under appendix 1 of CITES and schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972 of India. Okay, then let's move ahead to the next question. So the next question is about Kanwar Lake, okay, which is also known as the Kanwar Tal Jheel. Okay, The Kanwar Lake is Asia's largest freshwater oxbow lake located in Uttar Pradesh. So this here is incorrect because it is located in Bihar. Okay. So first statement is incorrect. And the second statement here is correct, that it is created due to the meandering of Gandak river. Okay. Now, so we got our answer as option B. Okay. Now, this Kanwar Lake, it is a stoppage or a station in the Central Asian flyway. Okay. There are around 5 critically endangered bird species that can be found here, which include the Bear's pochard. Okay. Bear's pochard and the sociable lapwing. Okay, these are 2 critically endangered water bird species. Okay, then I said total 5, right? What are the other 3? The other 3 are 3 types of vultures that are found in India. Okay, one is the red-headed vulture, then the other one is the white-rumped vulture, and third one is the Indian vulture. Okay, so these 3 vultures are critically endangered and are found around the Kanwar Lake of Bihar. Okay. Now, let's go to the next question. The next question is about the Eurasian Economic Union. Okay. Now, this Eurasian Economic Union is an initiative that was created by Russia. Okay. In which mostly the ally countries of Russia are members. So, which countries are the member of this Eurasian Economic Union? These are Russia, obviously, then we have Armenia, then we have Belarus and Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. Okay, so Russia, Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. Okay, so we have 5 members in this council, okay, or union. This was created by Russia in 2014, okay, and it promotes basically free trade among the member countries, okay, free movement of goods, services, labors. This is the aim of this union. However, it is not very effective, okay. They don't have a common currency like the European Union. Then there is very less power which is given to its main governing body, okay. And even if any conflict arises between the member countries, they are usually resolved bilaterally instead of through this forum, which is there to resolve their disputes, right? So this project of Russia has not been very successful. So, like we discussed, they don't share a common currency. So, the first statement here will be incorrect. Its governing body is the Supreme Eurasian Economic Council. This is correct, but it has very limited powers. This was created to counter the economic and political influence of Western trade agreements and the European Union. This also is correct. Obviously, Russia created this to counter the Western world. Okay. Now, the answer here will be option B, only 2. So, the next question is about bacterial pathogens priority list. Okay. So, this bacterial pathogen priority list is released by WHO, not UNICEF. Okay. So the first statement here is incorrect, and it was developed with the multi-criteria decision analysis method. So this here is correct. Okay. Now, what is this bacterial pathogen priority list? This list, as we discussed, was created by WHO in 2017 for the purpose of listing various pathogens or bacteria for which a proper research and development is needed to develop various antimicrobial drugs, that is antibiotics. Okay. This was done to counter the rising cases of antimicrobial resistance. So what is this antimicrobial resistance? This is the case when one bacteria or any microbe develops some kind of resistance to the antibiotics that are available to be used against it. Okay. This is a very serious condition. Okay, because if none of the antibiotics work against this microbe, then it might end up like extincting the whole human race. Okay. So this is a very serious condition, and this is usually as a result of misuse of antibiotics. Okay. When we, let's say, have a cold or fever, we just go to our the drugstore and we'll just buy, let's say, any kind of antibiotic, pay him some money, and he won't even complete the course, leave it halfway because we feel better. Such kind of things give rise to antimicrobial resistance. Okay. So here the answer will be option B, only 2. So this, what is this multi-criteria decision analysis? So this is basically considering multiple criteria to include some pathogen into this BPPL, that is bacterial priority pathogens list. Okay. Then the next question is about tuberculosis. Okay, this we discussed in the previous class, right? Now, tuberculosis is an airborne bacterial infection caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. The statement here is correct. The extrapulmonary TB can affect any organ and is more prevalent in people living with HIV. This statement here is also correct. Okay, so we have our solution as option C, right? We discussed TB was caused by a bacteria, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It has two types, pulmonary, extrapulmonary. Pulmonary affects the lungs, extrapulmonary affects the other organs. Okay, there is also another division that is known as latent TB and active TB. So what is this latent TB and active TB? In case of latent TB, the person has the Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacteria inside them. Okay. However, our immune system prevents this bacteria from spreading throughout the body. Okay, it enters the body, but it does not spread anywhere. That case is known as the latent TB. While active TB is when the immune system completely fails to suppress the bacteria and it spreads everywhere and shows the symptoms. Okay. We also discussed about the drug resistant variants of TB, right? So revise those as well. Now, the next question is about PREFIRE polar mission. Okay, it is ISRO's new mission to study the Arctic and Antarctic region on how these regions release heat into the space. The next statement is the mission involves twin satellites in near polar orbits passing over the poles at different times. So, what is this PREFIRE polar mission? Okay. So, the full form of this is polar radiant energy in the far infrared energy. Okay. Mission. Sorry, experiment, not energy, experiment. Now, this mission is not by ISRO, this is by NASA. Okay. So, first statement here is incorrect, and the objective written here is correct, that is to study the Arctic and Antarctic regions on how these regions release heat. Okay. Then the next statement is also correct, that there are two satellites involved which pass over the poles in an interval of 6 hours, okay, and gather various data which is used for the study. Okay. So, here our answer will be option B. Then the next question is about National Savings Certificate. Okay. So, the first statement is the interest rate on the NSC is fixed annually by the government. The next statement is NSC certificates can be used as collaterals for secured loans from banks and NBFCs. And there is one more statement, NRIs are eligible to invest in NSC. Now, what are these national savings certificates? Okay, these are a fixed income investment scheme that is started by the government of India. Okay. So, yes, these are a fixed income investment scheme started by the government of India, and this basically targets the low to middle income investors in our country. Okay, not everyone has enough money to invest in big shares and bonds. Okay, hence this scheme targets the lower and middle income group. Okay. Now, the first statement here is saying that the interest rates are fixed annually. This here is incorrect. This is fixed quarterly, that is once every 3 months. So, the first statement here will be incorrect. Then these the next statement is the NSC certificates can be used as collaterals. So, yes, these can be used as collaterals or security to secure loans from banks and NBFCs. Then the third statement here is NRIs are eligible to invest. This here is incorrect. NRIs are not eligible to invest. So, our answer here will be option A, only one. Now, the next question is about calcium carbide. Calcium carbide is commonly used for ripening fruits. Yes, this is correct. The use of calcium carbide is prohibited by Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. This here is also correct. So, if it is banned, then how are they using it? Obviously illegally. If you see someone using calcium carbide to ripen fruits, then you can report them. Okay. Because this has been prohibited by Food Safety and Standards Authority, because this releases very poisonous gases or substances. Hence, it is harmful to the health of human beings. Okay. So, here our answer will be option C. Let's move on to the next question. So, the next question is about Koundinya Wildlife Sanctuary, where it is located. Okay, so there is nothing lot to discuss here. The answer will be Andhra Pradesh. Okay, now the next question is about cryosphere. Okay, the first statement is that cryosphere includes all the frozen parts of the earth. So yes, cryosphere means it comes from a Greek word cryos, okay, which means negative temperature. Okay, so the cryosphere that includes all the frozen parts of the earth, this is correct, which includes the poles, the mountain tops where we see glaciers like Himalayas. Okay, these all include the come under the cryosphere. Now we know that almost 60-70% of the fresh waters available are in the form of ice caps, glaciers and all those things. Okay, so the statement here is it is important for regulating global temperature and storing fresh water. So freshwater part is correct. Now what about global temperatures? Now see, the in geography we all have learned about something called as albedo effect, right? So what is this? The reflection of sun's rays from earth into the space back again. Okay, this albedo effect is highest in case of the snow covered areas. Okay, hence it is also important for global temperature regulation. Okay, so answer here will be option C. Okay, now the next question is consider the following countries, okay, which of the above are bordering the country of Venezuela. Okay, so the first option is Colombia. Yes, Colombia is bordering Venezuela. On the other side of Venezuela we have Guyana. Then Brazil is on the south direction, but Peru does not share border with Venezuela. So our answer here will be option C, that is 1, 2 and 3 only. Okay, then the next question is about Materiovigilance program of India. Okay, now this program of government of India is about related to medical devices. Okay, this was launched in 2015 to ensure the safety of the medical devices in the country. Okay, this scheme is under the nodal ministry of Ministry and Family and Welfare Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay, then this program is regulated by the CDSCO. Okay, that is the Central Drug Standard Control Organization. So this here is correct, and the first statement is also correct. So we have option C as the solution. Okay, then we have a question about Phtheirospermum luciiorum something. Okay, so what is this? The statement is it is a new species of goat antelope found in Phangpui National Park of Mizoram. So this statement is incorrect because it is a parasitic tree species. Okay, so what do we mean by this parasitic tree? It basically attaches itself to a host plant and uses that host plant to get the nutrients from it, but this particular type of parasitic plant, it has its own chlorophylls and can synthesize its own food. It just does not have a well developed root system to get the nutrients from the soil. Hence, it takes the help of the host tree. Okay. Now, the second statement here is correct because it is named after the Lushai tribe of Mizoram. Okay, so answer will be option B. Now, the next question is about the Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice. Okay, what is this? Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice. This is the principal body that this is the body that acts as the principal body in directing the policy of UN regarding crimes. Okay, and yes, it is created by the ECOSOC. Okay, it is a commission of the UN ECOSOC. So the first statement here is correct. Then this okay, so the next statement is also correct, as we have discussed, that it is the primary organ guiding the UN's activity in the fields of crime prevention and criminal justice. Okay. Now, there are around 40 members in this Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice Commission. Okay. These 40 members, they are elected by the ECOSOC. Okay. And it offers member states various expertise and all those things, any help required for preventing crime and providing justice. Okay, so here the answer will be option C. So the next question is about Ligdus garvale. Okay, so this is a species of jumping spider. Okay, so we see that this first statement here will be incorrect, and it was found in the Garvale village of North Tamil Nadu. In Karnataka. Okay, so here both the statements are incorrect. Our answer here will be option D. Okay, neither one nor two. Now, why is this significant? Because it is this spider, it kind of looks like a scorpion. Okay, it is a spider, but the shape it has makes it look like a scorpion. So that's a unique point about it. Okay. Now, which state do the Muria tribes belong to? So the answer here will be option B, Chhattisgarh. Now, this Muria tribe is also known as the Gutti Koya tribe. Okay. They are found in Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Okay. This tribe is considered to be a internally displaced tribe of internally displaced tribe. What do we mean by this internally displaced tribe? This tribe used to be in Chhattisgarh. Okay, their main original residence was Chhattisgarh. Okay, however, during the conflict between the Maoist and the Salwa Judum, okay, that is Salwa Judum. Okay. Now, what is this Salwa Judum? Salwa Judum was a group of vigilantes, group of locals that were pitted against the Maoists. Okay. To fight against Maoists, just like Batman. Okay. So basically, Salwa Judum were the Batman of Chhattisgarh against the Maoists. Okay. Now, during this conflict, the Muria tribe people, they were persecuted by the Maoists, and hence they were forced to leave their original home and migrate into the other states, Odisha, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Now, the next question is about the Iberian lynx. Okay. As the name suggests, this Iberian lynx is found in the Iberian Peninsula. Okay. Okay. So, the Iberian Peninsula is located near to the Mediterranean Sea, west of the Pyrenees Mountains. Okay, and this the Iberian lynx is found in those forests, and hence the first statement here is correct. Okay. The next statement is they are critically endangered. Okay, this here is wrong because yes, around 2010 or 2011 they were listed as a critically endangered species, but due to continued conservation efforts they have been upgraded to a vulnerable species. Okay, so as of now they are a vulnerable species. Okay, so the second statement here is incorrect, so our answer will be option A. Okay. The next question is about the Gulf of Aden. Okay. Now, this Gulf of Aden is located in which ocean? It is in the Indian Ocean, west of the Arabian Sea. Okay. We can say that it connects the Arabian Sea to the Red Sea. Okay. So, which countries are located near this? Okay. So, Yemen, Somalia and Djibouti are the correct answer. Okay. Eritrea and Saudi Arabia, they are near the Red Sea. Okay. Now, there is a very important strait that connects this Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. You have to say which strait connects these two seas. Okay. So, our answer here will be 1, 2 and 4, option B. Okay. Now, the next question is about the Lunar Polar Exploration Mission, that is LUPEX. Okay. This LUPEX is actually a joint mission undertaken by ISRO and Japanese Space Agency, also known as the JAXA. Okay. JAXA and ISRO. Okay. This mission is to explore the southern pole of the moon. Okay, and look for various signs of presence of water, then check about various other elements. Okay, and also to showcase various new technologies in the moon exploration. Okay, what are these new technologies? These few of these new technologies are provided by India, which include the Pratima and the LEDX. Okay, so the first statement here is incorrect because this is not Russian Federation, this is Japan. Okay, JAXA. Then again this statement is also incorrect. So we have our solution as option D. Now, the rover will be provided by JAXA while the lander will be provided by ISRO. Okay, so we can see that it is a lander rover mission. Okay, then the next question is about which of the following organisms perform waggle dance for others of their kin, not kilometer, kin. Okay, to indicate the direction and distance of the source of their food. So answer will be option C, honeybees. This was in limelight a lot when UPSC asked this question. So there is nothing much to discuss here. Okay. Now, in which epoch did the most recent ice age occur? Okay. So the answer here will be Pleistocene epoch. Now, the geological time scale. Okay. It has 4 units. Okay. The largest unit is the eon. Then we have the era. Then we have the periods. Then we have the epochs. Okay. Epochs. Now, the eons, there are 4 eons: Archean, Hadean, then we had Proterozoic and Phanerozoic. So the current eon is the Phanerozoic eon. This Phanerozoic eon is divided into 3 eras. Okay. So what are these 3 eras? The Paleozoic, then the Mesozoic and the Cenozoic. So we are currently in the Cenozoic era. Okay. Then this Cenozoic era is divided into 2 periods. One is the Quaternary period, Tertiary period and the Quaternary period. So we are currently in the Quaternary period. Okay. And this Quaternary period has been divided into 2 epochs. One is the Pleistocene and then the Holocene. Okay. We are currently living in the Holocene epoch. And the last ice age that occurred in this earth was in the Pleistocene epoch. Okay. That was before the end of the Stone Age. Okay. Now, the next question is, consider the following: Narmada, Tapti, Mahi, Periyar and Sabarmati. Okay. So which of these rivers are west flowing rivers? So the answer here will be all of them, because all the 5 are west flowing rivers, major west flowing rivers. Okay. Now, the next question is about sea otters. Okay. Sea otters as a keystone species maintain marine ecosystem balance by controlling sea urchin population. So this statement here is correct. Sea otters, they are actually a very important keystone species and they prey on the sea urchins. So sea urchins are basically thorny sea animals. Okay. So they have big thorns. Okay. And kind of look like a black ball with thorns attached to it. Okay. The gonads of these sea urchins, known as uni, it is actually considered as a delicacy. Okay. Now, this sea otters, they are endangered in the IUCN Red List. This also here is correct. So we have our solution as option C. Okay. Then the next question. This is about the Phangpui National Park, which was recently in news. Why was it in news? Because of the parasitic tree. Okay, plant species. Now, this is located in Mizoram. Okay. Now, there are total 3 protected areas in Mizoram. One is Phangpui. Okay, the other is Murlen National Park, and the other is the Dampa Tiger Reserve. Okay. So let's take a break for a few minutes here and we'll continue after some time. Okay.